And I say welcome to another episode of MixxDrinks, bringing you the best in entertainment from our hood to yours. You're welcome. This has been a long time coming, man. I've been on my man Heavy, man, chasing him around, man. He always let me know when he was ready and the time was right. He would be here. He's a man of his word, which you'll figure that out pretty quickly in a man of respect. I bring to you no other than one and only Indian K. Salute.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I can't even front. First and foremost, congratulations on your new project. Seasons is dope. I was already telling you about it earlier, and I appreciate the range. I appreciate the transparency and the vulnerability of it all. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's definitely a lot of lessons to be learned in it, and we'll get into that a little later. First of all, tell the people where you're from.
I'm from Rincon Res, but I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. So I rep the A, Arizona all day, but it's Arizona Cali thing. So I'm just
shout out to Arizona. Boy. I've been to Arizona many times. Definitely mostly on a little vacation, and I like Parker, Arizona.
Oh yeah.
Get to chill by the river. No, Arizona's dope. Hot as fuck, but
super hot.
But dope. And let's get into that. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, you Native American, you grew up on the res, you completely, full-blooded.
Yeah.
What tribe?
Luciano. Or we say Paicoichum, but it's Luciano that dope. Would be known as.
Dope. So that's interesting because you obviously you don't hear a lot of Native American. No, I ain't saying none exist because I know they do, but you don't hear a lot of Native American MCs out there. Tell me about your early introductions into hip hop.
So I grew up in foster care. So, before I go further, there's Native MCs. It's just they kind of put themselves in a box to just be Native. Whereas I grew up in the city and I grew up in group homes. So like I was around different types of people from New York, Chicago, and the staff actually got me into hip hop. I kind of had listened to it before, was into it, but they would have a cipher between the staff, and it was like all different walks of life, whether it's like from the Bay, from Phoenix, from New York, Chicago, and it was just something I gravitated to, man. And luckily, my OG, rest in peace, Big Phrase, he's seen that I was heavy into it, and just encouraged me. You know what I'm saying? Told me keep it real, keep it hip hop, respect the craft, and I started just working on it at like 13 years old.
That's gonna be my next question. So I say, if you're talking about since foster care and group homes, that must have been early teens then.
Early teens. I hit the group homes at 11. My dad caught life out here, so me and my brother ended up in. We started in Peoria, Arizona, but Phoenix is on the west side is where we spent most of our time.
Okay, yeah. So that had to be different, right? Most of your teenage years, being in foster care. And who was your early influences, like as far as MCs? What was getting you? What was lighting your fire back then?
Rapid Forte was heavy, and of course like the Chronic had dropped. My brother put me onto that,
Crazy.
My OG Big Phrase, he was a dope MC. He went on to become a producer, and he ended up moving to Atlanta and working with Bangladesh. Got Grammy nominations and stuff on the producer side, but he heavily influenced me. Scarface. And then, of course, like DMX, you know what I mean? Like, DMX is my favorite rapper.
X is dope. From my hometown of Yonkers. That's where I grew up. I moved out to Cali when I was 18.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
So, Earl from School Street Projects, right one block over from me on the South Side. Yeah, so, also, I tell people all the time, the Ghost, Styles P.
Yeah.
Actually, him and my brother was in the same class all through grade school. You could look at the old shit and see Dave in the suit.
Oh, that's dope.
In the class picture. So yeah, that's all Southside Yonkers. Shout out to the whole Locks.
Yeah, the Locks is legendary right there.
Legendary
They're big
New York
influence.
cats. They're like the Beatles of New York. This is wild for somebody that you actually know to blow up and be big. Same thing with Mary J. Blige. Shouts out to Mary. So dope. So when did you actually record your first? When did you first make your first recording and start recording music?
So like I messed around, you know what I'm saying, like 17, 18, but not. It was like my little brother, rest in peace. He's like, I know how to use Waves. I don't know if you remember Waves.
Oh yeah.
And like it was just like the computer mic and speak, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would just freestyle over beats. Maybe wrote like 2 songs, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I normally was just like freestyling, but I spent a lot of time like in and out.
Yeah.
And so I never took it serious. Like when I was probably like 17, 18, Zigzag from like Nasty Boy Clicks, my little brother knew him. He lived like down the street from the neighborhood, was trying to get me in there to work with them, but I was like, I was too much in the streets that I was like, man, this rap shit, I'm not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? While always doing it though, you know what I mean? Like just practicing my craft.
What you hear from a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
They into what they into, you know, more so. Even the greats, even Jay was talking about, you know, they were trying to get him in the rapping way before his rap. He said, nah, man, I'm hustling, man, I'm getting this money. You know what I'm saying? That takes precedence over whatever y'all talking about, whether you good or not, right?
Definitely.
So you said in and out, what's the most time you ever did?
Just a few years.
Okay.
Just a few years, you know what I'm saying?
A few years is too much, right?
Yeah.
I did 5 days in county. I was like, man, I don't know how anybody do this. From 11, you know what I'm saying, till maybe towards the late 20s, I was in and out. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then that last time when I got out the joint, I was like, I'm gonna try something different, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to do a different formula, right?
Yeah, and I like had met my kid's mom and shit, and she like kind of showed me some normalcy.
Right.
So I was like, man, let me give that a shot. Once I have like maybe a year being out, well, less than that, she got pregnant. So I was like, man, I can't.
Yeah, now you can't, right?
Yeah, now I can't be messing around, you know what I'm saying? My outlook's changed because obviously I grew up with foster care, so I was like, I don't want to.
Right, you don't want that for your kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's 2 ways that you can feed it. Some people be like, fuck it. And other people see that, you know, the responsibility, especially, you know, you say your pops is doing life. My pops was never around, so when I had kids, you know, I already knew that I was going to be in their life no matter what. Even if it didn't work out with me and mom, I was always going to be in their life.
The same thing. Yeah.
So I get that 100%. So, you take your upbringing and the negative part of it and, you know, you change it to a positive in your life. So, San Diego scene, right? You know people. I see you run with a few people in the San Diego scene. Of course, we've had countless MCs and artists, not just MCs, all artists from San Diego. How'd you get down with a lot of people on this side?
Just going to like the ciphers. There used to be cipher at the hostel downtown. That's where I pretty much met everybody.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was kind of nervous because when I started, I was like, I didn't see myself as like a gangster rapper, but a lot of my stuff was about the streets.
Well, that's what you knew. Some people be making up shit, you know what I'm saying? But if that's all you truly know, that's what you gonna write about, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're a battle rapper, you know what I'm saying? And then that's different. You just fucking with the person in front of you. But yeah, so you probably didn't see it as that, but you were just speaking from your perspective.
Yeah. Like I always kept my freestyle sharp, you know, like because that's what I was just used to doing, and then I'm telling my life, so it came easy to do it. So then I put out my first project, Cold House Boy, and Rick Scales, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my brother Rick Scales.
Shouts out to Rick, friend of the show.
He was like, yo, that was a good project, man. And he's like, you need to link up with Billy No Jokes. Yeah. It's my brother right there, too.
Shouts out to Billy No Jokes, North County legend.
Me and Billy got together, and he did all the engineering on my Duality 2 projects, and my boy Marcy Yates from Omaha, he was supplying me with beats because people believed in me even when I wasn't believing in myself.
Right.
They were like, yo, you got something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's authentic. So I just started putting myself out there, you know, and then people were like, hey, you want to rock a mic and all that stuff? I'm like, yeah, cool. You know, that was like the real first time that I had ever really like thought about putting pieces of work together. Started performing, you know what I mean? Like I've been in like the bar freestyling, and you know, like then I was nervous as hell.
Yeah, that's a whole different animal. You know, spitting in ciphers, you know, just hitting freestyles, you know, because it's you doing it right there. Whatever you made up that day is what you made up, but actually putting pen to paper and putting a project together, you know, 3 verses, 16 bars, whole different animal.
Way different.
Very different animal.
And the blessing is though, like, you know, guys like Kali.
Shouts out to Kali, another friend of the show.
My brother Nimi, you know.
Of course, Nimi. We
just all the. For some reason, I ended up with all the like
all the right people, and the elite too. But not just the elite, but but good people. You know what I'm saying? Good people. Because just because you're elite don't make you a good person. You know what I'm saying?
And they schooled me right. You know what I'm saying? Like I took everything that I've like done with the music. I kind of took from my street life of like, all right, let me take the schooling. And so Kali used to do the Hip Hop Wednesdays.
Yes.
And he brought it back, but at the AC Lounge. But I don't know if anybody ever noticed, he used to put like no rapping over your vocals on his flyers.
Yeah.
So it was like I had to step up, right? I don't believe in doing that anyways, but it made me just be like, yo, like these dudes are like believing in me. So I gotta fucking show up, and
you gotta work on mastering the craft. So
it made me step up 100%. You know, and like I said, Rick Scales. You know, like Odessa Kane. You know, in my early stage, had reached out like, yo, I dig what you're doing. Keep it up. Like people seen, like even though it wasn't polished,
right?
They're like, I see where you're going. They
see the potential. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely. I met you the first time when Nimi was on the show for the first time. When we was on the other side of the studio, and at that time I didn't even know you MC'd. I just thought you was his boy. And then I found out later, you know, of course, you know, as I met people and started going more in the Instagram, I'm like, oh, and you can't rap too? Okay, it's dope. Oh, damn, you know, a lot of people I know, and it's all third degree of separation around there anyway, especially in the MC world. But tell me the difference in your eyes from North County hip hop to San Diego, because it is a slight difference a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's more coming together now. You know, me and my boys, we was MCs in North County, and was always, you know, I know one thing. Excuse me, for sure. That SD itself is heavy freestyle oriented. You better be nice with the freestyle down here. You know what I'm saying? Cypher circles up in North County, at least back when I was getting it, you could just come spit your hottest shit. You know, if you had just bars and written shit, if the shit was dope, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? And if you go freestyle, that freestyle better be crisp as fuck, or don't even try that shit. You know what I'm saying? But down here, you better have your freestyle like 100%, or you're gonna be shunned upon. But so that's dope. So what do you notice the difference? You think it's a difference, or you see it's a difference?
For me, I don't really. I mean, I see a difference, but I don't.
Okay.
You know, because it's more of like the crowd that I gravitate to is the hip hop aspect of it, like, and it's like not taking from anybody, you know, but it's like the circle whether I'm in North County or San Diego, they're hip hop heads.
Right.
They're for everybody's for the craft, but I will say like North County, you know what I'm saying, I feel like they have the like G-Funk that they keep alive.
Yeah, they do keep it a little bit.
And then they also have like hip hop heads.
Yeah,
whereas SD has it all. Like you'll catch like, you know, street dudes, but they still got bars, but it's still like street and like.
Yeah. It's definitely more eclectic down here, and I think really because, you know, for a lot of people they come down out here because of the military, and then when the military, what they done in school, they in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? Even though they got Camp Pendleton up in North County, and it's normally down there. But I will say, you're right. They got a little more G-Funk up there. They have a little more of the Latino sound up there. They got a lot of Latino. A lot of them. You know, shouts out to Arm the Poet.
Yeah,
big
up Arm the Poet. It's a good brother right there. You know, Oside Lens.
Oside Lens is my guy. Shout out to Soul. You know,
Soul Spitters
and Soul Spitters. You know,
GD Funkster. That like they keep that funk alive for sure.
Yeah. So which is dope. So Oside Lens, he also pretty versatile too.
Yeah, Oside. Yeah.
He go both ways to it. I'm gonna be having him and Soul Spitters on here pretty soon.
For sure.
We trying to make it, you know, just scheduling wise, and as far as Billy No Jokes too, I'm trying to connect with him. You said Odessa K, that's another cat. So I like that. There's still a lot of people to meet and people to see. When I first started doing this podcast, Kara, she plugged me into pretty much all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So all the relationships I have is definitely because of a shout out to Kara.
Shout out to Kara.
Yeah, we miss her around here, but yeah. So she put the bug in my back to, you know, get our footprint out here in San Diego, out in North County. Now it's funny now. Now I'm trying to get my footprint in my own neighborhood in North County. So I'm trying to meet more people out there. You know, shouts out to A1 Beans as well. A lot of dope. It's a lot of dope.
Yeah. A1 Beans is killing it.
A lot of dope artists down there.
Yeah.
And so Now, and I'm loving everybody's like connected and becoming one. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more North County. It's getting less of North County, San Diego. Now it's just hip hop.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be anyway. Ain't nobody blown heavy enough yet for it to be any different, right?
Yeah. Like I remember people always being like, "Well, you go all the way up to North County? Like, or what are you doing up there?" I'm like, "My res is over there." Right. But I'm also like, I guess a wanderer. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the system, it's like. Back home, it's like I'll be on the west side, that's where I'm from, but I'll be on the east side, I'll be on the south side. So like driving from North County to San Diego is not far to me, but I noticed a lot of people will be like, damn, that's like far.
It ain't far at all, man. Everybody, even when I was single, I used to meet girls, they'd be introducing me like, yeah, he lives up north. I'm like
yeah, it
like Oakland?
Yeah.
It took me 25 minutes to get there, 30 minutes to get down there, you know, 40 minutes, but it's like another world to some cats. They ain't never even been up to North County before, so
they haven't.
They think it's a whole nother space and time, and vice versa. There's some cats in North County will never come down to San Diego.
Yeah, no, straight up. Especially a lot of the bros, like a lot of the Indians. You know what I'm saying? Like when we come down to do stuff, and I'm like, oh, boom, boom, and they're like, how do you know this? I'm like, bro, I be moving around the city. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just on the res and shit, bro. Like
it's hard. So tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about the res life. You know, for the people not in the know.
So it's very like. You know, a lot of people don't get off of the res and move around. You know, I left at 11, so I come from like when the casinos weren't there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot more quieter. There wasn't no money floating around. You know, like so it was like basically some people were stuck. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have a ride. The bus runs through there, but it's like they don't. What do I need to take the bus for except to go into Esco to get groceries? Right. You know, and not even that. Like commodities were around, so. A lot of the stuff was like you didn't really need to leave, you know what I'm saying? And now I see more people venturing out, but it's still kind of that mentality. Like I told my cousin, I was like, "Yo, mob the ocean side, like let's go to the beach." And she kind of responded like, "Way over there?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Yo, you need to get off of the res." And then like my bro Pappy, you know, he's from San Pasqual, and like I'd be like, "Yo, you ever been over here?" And he's all, "Nah, fool, like I barely ever left the res." And I'm like, dang, but it's a real thing. And then the deeper you go in, like Santa Isabel into the mountains, a lot of those brothers and sisters ain't never, you know what I'm saying, been outside of there, whether it be transportation or just really no need. Like they got their market there, you know?
I mean, this was like that in LA. It's like that in Diego. Some people don't even leave their neighborhood, man. Yeah. Especially if you get on some of the sets in LA.
Oh yeah.
They literally just stay right. First of all, you know, it's beef if they go anywhere else. It's a whole different reason. But still, they just confined and they okay with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know it's anything beyond these little walls right here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
NY too, New York too. It's some people that never leave their city, man. That borough. Yeah. They literally just. You know, I stay in Brooklyn. I stay in the Bronx. You know, I never leave Yonkers. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk.
And people don't understand. You know, it's much more than your area. You need to see some shit.
Yeah,
you know
and that's like one thing that I'm lucky for, man. It's like I know that I found it in the wrong way, like, but doing time from a juvenile. You know what I'm saying? I was meet dudes from all over, so it's like. I go across town to some neighborhood, and I wouldn't go there unless I knew somebody. But people would be like, "Where you from?" Like, I'm from the West Side. They're like, "What you doing over here?" "Oh, I know so and so. We were locked up together." You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, "Hey, yeah, he's cool." And then just start moving around. And obviously, as I get older and I'm in the system, it's like all we did was go from group homes together to juvie together to prison together. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we all knew each other. And like Phoenix is it's gang orientated on the streets, but it's not like here where it's like you'll mainly see like certain races.
Races, yes, it's
definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like over there, it's like I'm from a Damu neighborhood. There's Mexicans. There's a whole Mexican set that's Damus. You know what I'm saying? There's Mexicans that are Crips. Like there's not to get too deep, but it's like Phoenix operates its own system. Like where the Mexicans are Mexicans, it's not north south. Right. Now it might be, but when you get to the joint, then it's race. It's not like this car, that car, that car, that car, that car. Right. It's like, yo, you're Indian, you run with us. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was blessed to be able to move around. So I've always carried that with me. Like, and plus I just like going out. Like, yo, let's see what that road takes us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dumb though. I'm not gonna go to certain areas. Right. But like it's the travel's never bothered me.
And then you probably learned through the group home system. It's good, bad, and ugly, and everything. You probably thought at one point, you know, one race was this, one race was that. And then after you being locked up for so long and being with the same people for a certain amount of time, you're like, all right, it's cool and fucking whack and all kind of shit. And everybody,
yeah, bro, there's
and
good.
Everybody.
There's good. You know, I always tell people like, yo, there's when you know. When people try to get into the racing, it's like, yo, there's piece of shits in every race, man, and there's solid people in every race, like, absolutely. and I've witnessed that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 5 minutes with K. How'd that come to mind? What made you think that, you know, this is something I want to get into?
So I just would, I would just be in my little like rant zone and like see shit and be like, what the fuck, like, are people really like buying into this or that? And then I just started like giving my little interpretation on it, and it started with the Talk Your Shit K, because I started just doing like freestyles, or I'd write specifically to like old school beats, and then it would mainly Nimi was like talk your shit because he noticed they were like aggressive,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, and so when I went to the 5 minutes with K, it was just more like trying to get my point out there, like my aspect of how I see things.
Your perspective work.
Yeah, and so people started kind of like gravitating towards it, you know? And so I was like, you know what, let me try to keep this up, you know what I mean?
Yo, I see in a lot of, in 5 minutes with K, and even in a lot of your lyrics, you're trying to, you know, steer people in the right direction, right? Don't make the same mistakes I made, in a lyrical way, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know, accountability. For some of the mistakes you've made, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even in some of your lyrics, I remember I was just listening to it, you know, your kids ask you how you doing, and you say you're doing great, even though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta lie to them.
My kids ask me, I tell them I'm doing great. I hate when I lie to them.
Yeah, hate when you lie to them, because, you know what I'm saying, you hurting inside, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get it all into perspective, and, you know what I'm saying, figure this shit out within yourself. And that's real, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, before you can fix anything, you gotta recognize shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because I kind of like, I knew that, you know, and to a sense. But last year, you know, I hit a point and like, everybody knows what's up with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't hide nothing, man. I was battling my addiction and stuff, and it had been going on for some years, you know. And like, I slowly started distancing from the craft because I was too busy, you know, chasing my bullshit. While not realizing that, like, I hadn't dealt with past trauma, you know, and then I'd start, you know, I don't want to say destroyed relationships, but I hurt them bad, you know. Some can be fixed, you know, and some may not be fixed, you know. But I felt like, yo, fuck this, I can't keep doing this, you know, because I was killing myself, man. And so six months ago, you know, I checked into rehab and shit, man, and did a residential, and you know what I mean, and just been working my program. And a lot of that, what comes with that is like therapy, learning myself, learning why I think a certain way. And it's been helping for me, you know. Like, I ain't on no like high and mighty trip or trying to preach to people, but it's like, you know, if you're you know, battling something, man, it's cool to take that step back and figure it out, because one of the sayings, you know, it's like addiction is not the problem, it's the solution. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's dope. And first of all, congratulations for that, man.
Appreciate that.
So that's dope. First of all, like you said, we all know when we're doing some shit that's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Or when do we think it's time to do something about it?
Yeah.
Most importantly. So, I mean, so respect for you to recognize that and do something about it.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get there, man, you know?
It takes most of a minute to get back, and some don't ever get back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's one thing I've been learning, you know, and I got good people in my corner right now that are helping me, as long as, you know, like my family, like, I know I hurt them, but once they started seeing that I was putting in that work, you know, they're all like, yo, we know you before this shit, like, you're a good dude, like, you know what I'm saying? The drugs and all that shit was just getting to you, and just life in general, you know what I mean? And so now it's like, yo, the least I can do, even for the relationships that, you know, I may have messed up, is at least to get on the right path. Even if they can never be mended, I want them to be able to look back and be like, you know what, I can't forgive you, but at least you changed. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? At least you reached out and let them know, hey, you know, I'm sorry for what happened, you know what I'm saying? I know it may take you time.
Yeah, there's a few I still got to get to, you know what I'm saying? And if they'll, you know, listen to what I got to say, I got to apologize to them, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. And the fact that you want to, because you usually like, I'm straight now, you know, if nobody recognized that, whatever. But to say, you know, you want to, you know, make amends with people you think, you know, you damaged friendships or relationships with, that's real.
Yeah.
That's fucking, nothing could be realer. All right, Seasons, man. Project, man. Just dropped a couple weeks ago, right?
Yep.
Fire project, man. Like I said, once again, you speak about nothing about accountability, you know, just your life, everything from addiction to your children to, you know, fighting to be better every day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, also speaking about your realness, you know what I'm saying? You ain't see the same shit I see, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you kind of smirk sometimes when you see people like spitting rhymes that you know they ain't really about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's almost disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Not almost, it is disrespectful.
That's like, and I know it sounds funny, but that's something I talked to my therapist about.
Yeah, how it fucks with you.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, I read a book called Radical Acceptance, and it's like accepting everything for what it is. And it's not like, oh, somebody disrespect you, you accept it, but you accept how people are. And like, it used to bother me a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to kind of draw that line in the sand where it was like, I hope you don't ask to collab with me because you know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm not gonna be a dick about it,
right?
You know, but it's like like everybody knows what you're saying ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't genuine,
right? Which I understand, right? If you MCs be MC, speak what you know about.
Yeah, and I respect that more. And like, one thing I'm a believer in is when it's authentic, man, and you're coming from an authentic place, it's gonna just be so much better. Right. You know, you're gonna be able to feel it. Like, everybody ain't a shooter, and that's cool. Everybody ain't, you know, don't want to fight. Everybody ain't trying to snatch bitches and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just be your own authentic self, which is in the mainstream, not you know, underground circuit, because you can be whoever you want to be, and really everybody trying to make it. I like the game now because everybody ain't out trying to chase a record deal, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways to make money in this game and have your music be heard without having to be signed by a major, which is dope. You know, you can catch a buzz you could, just from putting your music out online, you can catch a buzz and. I'm hot in Kansas. They like me in Kansas. I'm going to do a show in Kansas. So they like me in Arizona. Oh shit! Well, let's set up a show in Arizona, and that's dope. You can literally check the demographics and the numbers and know where you hot at. And I love that about the game because the mainstream game is so fucked up.
Yeah, no, it's bad, man.
Everybody's like robots now. They got this sound now. Now they just shunned upon like anything was once considered hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
They you come out, ain't nobody getting signed by no major if you just sound like regular hip hop no more. I mean, a few, you know, the J. Cole's are still out there, you know, and that's only because Jay lets him be his authentic self. You know, it's very few major labels that's letting people just do them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, real talk. You
know, I gotta respect K-Dot for that, for Kendrick, because he does him, and who I don't know who he's signed to, but they allow him to do whatever he wants. Some of the stuff a little weird to me sometimes, but for the most part,
yeah. I'm like, it may not be for me, but you can tell he's being authentic.
He's being authentic. I like early Kendrick before his new stuff sounds like one long remix. I can't really fuck with it, but
no, I feel you.
Like everything after the battle got real strange and shit.
Yeah,
but I think he see this was getting me, you know, more money. You know what I'm saying? This is what the people want. My fans want. So.
He milked that.
He milked the fuck out of that shit. But, you know, his bank account probably bigger because of it, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem, his true fans, it doesn't seem to, like, affect them at all. I think if anything, he got more fans. I'm like, all right.
No, facts.
But, so I love, even all the people you talk about, you know, Rick Skills don't sound nothing like Kylie. Kylie don't sound like Nemi. Nemi don't sound nothing like Kay. And y'all all rock with each other, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. I love the unity in that shit. I'm glad I know y'all, you know what I'm saying? I get to witness that and get to speak to y'all about your, you know, your projects, your art. You know, I'm all about the support. Anything y'all putting out, I'm putting on my page. I'm showing my page. I feel like I'm part of the movement because It seems to be bubbling and bubbling, bubbling like it's about to be some crazy San Diego explosion soon. And I think once the first person really go, they just gonna drag everybody else up. So the right people are linked up with the right people. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Which is dope. I can't forget Shan Black. Shout out to Shan Black.
Yeah, Shan Black for sure, and the Invisible Ponchos.
Invisible Ponchos for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't met them yet, but I know. I've seen their work and stuff, and I respect them. I would love to
good brothers.
I have a conversation with them sometime, for sure. And everything, even on the music scene, like like the Kajes and you know what I'm saying, and Sativas. There's so many. It's like music on a whole is just.
Yeah.
It's just sick out here. So let's go back to your project a little bit. How long did it take you to finish that project?
It's been in the work for a few years.
Yeah.
Cause I was like,
going through what you was going through.
Yeah, I would start stuff and then stop, and like shout out to JX, man, because he believed in me. You know what I'm saying? Like where I know me personally, I would have been like, man, fuck this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're good on working together, and he just was patient with me and. When I basically, start letting everybody know what was up, he was just like, "Hey, take your time, man." Like, but it was a trip because through everything, I didn't realize what I was creating. Mm-hmm. It was just like that pain was coming out, and I was trying, like in my head, trying to figure it out, and then just creating these songs, and then the last few songs. That's why you could kind of hear, like we call it seasons, because you could hear the ups, the downs, and you could hear everything, like you know what I'm saying, and. It just worked out how it was supposed to work out.
And it's funny because on the outside looking in, I mean, you see you talking about your pain and your story, but it seems effortless. Like the flow, everything just moves to the beats and stuff. The different, the different styles. You know what I'm saying? The different production. It sounds like you have multi-producers on there. So shout out to JX because he's obviously showed a lot of his talent in that too. Definitely. People knowing him. I'm sure people ask you, who did that? Even though you say it all over the shit like that. He probably got a lot more business coming for.
He does this thing though anyways, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm sure yesterday's prices.
Not today's. He works. Like the fact that he wanted to do a project with me, I was like, what? Like, cause he really works, you know what I'm saying? And I was honored to work with him, man. And he was straight up like, I want you to do what you do.
Yeah, it's authentic project. It's different. It's not like anything else that's out. You know what I'm saying? It's you teaching lessons, but you ain't preaching. It's not preachy. You just teaching lessons. That's hey, this is what I did, and you probably don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's all I ever tried to do, man.
And you just struggle like the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Every day you look in the mirror and shit, you know what I'm saying? Try to hype yourself up, you know what I'm saying? Talk yourself out of fucking depression. And you got these kids that live for that look up to you. You just want to do right by them, which any dad should honestly want to do.
Yeah, right? Definitely, man, because that mental health stuff, man, is serious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I always knew it was serious, but until I start really going through it and, like, start talking with my therapist and everything and, like, putting everything, together, I was like, what? Like...
Well, you've seen a lot, if you started group home was at 11, and then out until, 18, that's a whole story in its own right, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've seen and there's some things that, you don't want to think about sometimes.
Yeah,
I wish you didn't have to. But, that's what it is, man. But shit, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. I appreciate you keeping your word.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I appreciate you for putting out a dope project because, all we need is more good hip-hop and shit, man. So, salute for that.
Thank you guys for having me, bro.
Hey, yo, so y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all speaking to the man. Y'all got a little bit into his world, man, as much as we chose to let you get into. And I'll say him do his thing, man. You already know what time it is. Case, Indian K. We'll be right back.
MixxDrinks. Who wants a drink? Who wants a drink? Who wants a bar? Who wants a beat? This is MixxDrinks.
What up, it's your boy Indian K, man. We all be going through life, but sometimes just gotta let it breathe. Season's EP out now. All platforms, tune in. Let me talk to you. Yo, I don't wanna wake with thoughts running, taking me on a trip. Don't wanna write verses to hear myself recite curses. Lurking in the abyss, outside standing around and ain't doing shit. Energy feeds off energy, so I step back. My kids is watching and they friends talking about their parents don't pay attention. Don't wanna miss the journey itself. Don't wanna be a preacher, just wanna chill and help. Ill and out, late night, killing self. The truth, a hard pill to swallow, but when you do, it opens you up to see who's who is you, dear creator, whatever's in store. I'ma take that same energy I had when I was ready for war and go all in. Don't wanna be blind, cause that's what's happening. Let these bozos raise our kids with no standards. The answers, I don't got them. Don't wanna miss the pain of the days when I was violent, sitting in that cell, no crying. Don't want my kids thinking they less. Throw it all the way because they thought it was best. Don't wanna fail them, don't want them to feel the hurt from neglect. Catching glimpses in the past of what could have been. Don't want them to live with regret. Give it your all, with hard work you'll get where you want. I don't wanna go before my time, but if it's meant to be, I wanna feel like I accomplished something in this life that was real. That was real. That was real. And if it's meant to be, I know I accomplished something in this life that was real. Season's out on all platforms, you know what I'm saying? Go pay attention to it. Shout out to MixxDrinks. You know what it is. Go win.
And there you have it, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a goddamn friend and tell them again. Big case. Mixed Nuts is a movement. Indian K. Salute.
MixxDrinks. Who wants a drink? Who wants a drink? Who wants a bar? Who wants a beat? This is MixxDrinks.